Broadcasting from Millvale Studios, you are listening to Funny Money on the River's Edge Network. I'm your co-host, Tom Henry, and with me, as always, is Matt Wolfarth, the other co-host. Hey, Matt.
Good morning, Tom, even though it's evening. I'm feeling really good today, man. It's not as, it's a little chillier in Pittsburgh, but not in our neck of the woods here.
Not in our neck of the woods. This room is always nice and cozy.
But we could rent it out for hot yoga.
I would be remiss if I didn't introduce our producer, James.
James.
How's it going?
Who is this is our second episode being produced by James solely.
Yes, yeah. He's flying solo. He's doing good. I'm drinking Life Water today. We'll give them a little plug. Life Water. No calories, lots of vitamins. So hopefully I do better.
So today we're going to do something different.
Really?
And by that, normally we go over three companies.
Three or four.
We've done four before. But this time we're going to do one.
One company for an hour.
The reason is because one company like this has so many intriguing turns in its life that it will keep you captivated, on your toes for every minute.
I am intrigued.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to...
What's the name of this?
Okay, it's called Viacom. And, it's a company that a lot of people have heard of, but not that many people really relate to.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's like BHSF or something, right?
Or BASF.
Yeah, I don't know what they do either. Like Viacom falls into that category.
Right. But at least they're foreign, so you have more of an excuse.
Viacom's...
No, BASF.
Okay, but yeah.
Viacom's American, yeah.
And I still don't have a clue.
But, okay, well, you do know they're in the entertainment business, right?
I do.
They're a media company.
Yes, I think I've heard them in...
All right. In fact, they're not like that old. I don't have some story going back to the 1800s for this one. This was created in 1970.
Wow, we're a revolutionary new contemporary company.
All right, so it was created within CBS.
Okay,
the network CBS and CBS Entertainment created Viacom in 1970 as a division to syndicate programs. And what syndicate means, if you don't know, is like programs that are going to syndication are those that are reruns.
Yes.
Okay. And
I know every actor likes that. Like if they get to the point of syndication.
Well, to syndicate, if you're the owner of the content, you sell the license to show that content on your TV station to various TV stations. Okay. And that's how you make money syndicating.
And then they get a little bit of money. They get a lot of money, I guess.
They get money based on viewership and all that.
Correct.
And advertising dollars, right?
Like Seinfeld would be a good syndication model.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a great show in syndication. But so Viacom started out doing syndication, and now that was a brand new thing for CBS. And it didn't take long before the feds started to oppose this idea of syndication by the one that produced it, because they got a lot of complaints that this is should be a separate business. So
was that CBS Viacom for a while? / Viacom?
But we'll get into how that happened.
Okay,
right?
Go ahead.
But Viacom started as a division of CBS, and then so the Congress passed this law. It was actually the FCC made a rule, rather. It wasn't Congress passing a law. And, the FCC, in 1971, the FCC ruled that TV networks could not syndicate programs following their network run.
All right.
Okay?
You
so
lost
you can
me at hello.
only syndicate, I can only sell license to show Seinfeld programs while Seinfeld is still going on as a show.
Wow.
According to, this new rule, right?
That's a ridiculous rule.
Okay. So in order to separate that business, they had to spin Viacom off.
What was their bone of contention, though?
Why you couldn't syndicate your programs?
What's their beef?
I disagree with that rule because on the premise of it, because I think a producer of creative content should be rewarded for that content. And part of the reward is licensing others to show that content.
Yeah, you decide, right? Not them.
I think it should be that way.
Yeah, the government can't come in and say, you can't show Seinfeld.
Right. They made it that it was like it was too much of a monopoly, I guess, in media.
Let the consumer decide, government.
At any rate, they broke it up. So that they made Viacom, they made CBS spin off that division, and they called it the same name. They called the division Viacom.
Okay.
Okay?
Good.
Now, so it's independent now. And Viacom as a division, it had already become successful because syndicating these shows was good business. In the CBS Library, they had Hawaii Five-0.
Oh, my God.
And Gunsmoke.
Book 'em, Dano.
And Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke.
Yeah. Do you know that one, too?
I do. Matt Dillon.
Oh, really?
That's how sad I
know
am.
that. So those were huge hits.
Mannix.
And is that from Mannix was in Gunsmoke?
Mannix was a detective show. Barnaby Jones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, okay. I remember Barnaby Jones.
Mannix Cannon. Remember Cannon?
Not that one.
None of those guys caught anybody. I don't know how they caught him. Cannon was like 400 pounds, dude. Poor Cannon, get you next time.
Not very good detectives.
Yeah, exactly. It just felt. It's like Cops, but go ahead. I'm sorry, but it just like falls in their lap. Cops, catch a break.
All right, so Viacom would syndicate these programs and make money, and also they would syndicate programs that CBS had acquired, ones that they didn't even produce, but had acquired, like I Love Lucy.
Oh, wow.
So
they bought the rights to those after the fact. They went off air, right?
Yes, CBS did, and then since they own it, then they're able to license it in syndication, but apparently not really. They're not able to do it themselves. They have to go to a syndicator and do it separately. Okay, and so Viacom was a syndicator.
So they just wanted it to be outside the realm of a studio, right? So they wanted it to be like your own little syndication business model so we could track it.
Correct, at the time.
For taxation purposes?
And it turned out to only be temporary.
Okay.
Okay? No, I'm sure it was not anything to do with taxation. Okay, so, all right. So they have this nice business, okay, licensing things. And the business continued to do well, like as an independent company, because CBS kept producing popular shows for them to syndicate. All right, so now we're getting into like the 80s. You get the Cosby Show and Roseanne, which were extremely popular.
Oh, my goodness.
Making them a lot of money. And then also, Viacom started syndicating for other companies. Why not? Because there were other businesses that couldn't syndicate themselves. So they got, like, Columbia Pictures had All in the Family, and they got that in syndication.
Great show.
And they also got cable channels in their shows, like Nickelodeon's Double Dare. Meanwhile...
All right, that's the weakest of the bunch. I don't even know what Double Dare is.
That's my childhood.
I know
man.
Double
You
Dare.
remember
Double Dare?
Vaguely.
See, you did. Yeah,
Double
that's
Dare.
the only one he knows. All right. Meanwhile, okay, this is separate. There was a joint venture between Warner Communications and American Express. That's a weird combination, okay? A media company and a credit card company.
Yes.
All right? And they called it Warner Amex Satellite Entertainment.
Oh, my God. That name just
Really?
doomed it from the beginning.
It was
I need a nap.
You could call it Waze.
Ways. I'm
right.
going to call it.
Now, the interesting thing about what they did in this enterprise is they explored a new field called interactive entertainment.
Interactive entertainment.
Or interactive television.
Okay.
Okay? In this case, it was specifically interactive television. On December 1st, 1977, they introduced the Cube.
Oh, I remember the Cube.
Yeah? I don't remember the
Oh,
Cube.
my God.
All right. So, but I was like, what? This never happened.
We didn't have very good games back then. We had Pong and we had Asteroids.
I remember.
Asteroids is
those
still
games.
pretty cool.
All right, the world's first interactive TV programming system that predated on demand by decades. This was Cube. Okay.
It was the future.
Cube featured 30 channels, including pay-per-view, where you could watch programs on your own time.
So it was the first set-top box, kind of?
I can't answer that one. I think so.
Okay.
But I don't know. Nothing I read specifically said that it had a set-top box. So I'm going to have to say probably not.
Did you grow up with the antenna on your roof of your house? Did you have that? Or
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Where you had to like click, it's like click, 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 and it would just like, still not good.
That's Greek to me. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. It was crazy. But go ahead. We only had 3 channels too, but go ahead.
You
4
have
if
to
you
walk
count.
uphill to school both ways.
No, it's horrible, dude. Like,
I know.
like it would just go out for days on end. Like I still don't know if Franco caught that ball. That's like guessing
Oh, shit.
with the clarity of the TV. But go ahead.
All right. So we had the antenna on our roof, but it didn't do anything because we had cable.
Oh, you had cable.
Yeah.
Oh, but we had to turn the thing, the little knob, and it would like turn like.
It would turn the... Oh, that's awesome.
And it didn't do anything. It just killed time while you were waiting for it. Like almost. Then you had to get like an antenna. But go ahead and foil. Foil was involved.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So the Cube. Let's go back to the Cube.
Okay.
All right. This is... okay. This is a really innovative thing back in 1977.
Most definitely.
So they had this, you could tune in, and one of the channels they called Pinwheel, and that was an entertainment network aimed at like children and teens, and that evolved into Nickelodeon.
No way.
Yeah.
I would never. That in trivia, I would never guess that.
All right. Another channel that just showed movies all the time, they made that the movie channel.
Okay.
All right.
TMC, I remember that.
And then, okay, I guess at that time, during the Cube, those were probably the 2 most mentionable.
I like the movie channel, by the way.
Yeah, the movie channel's pretty good, but it never made it the way HBO did.
No.
All right,
no.
now,
And had a head start, too.
okay, despite the vision that they had in these programs, the Cube never took off, and it was a financial loser. All right, now this might be because the remote was a little clunky, and I'm going to show you the remote right now, or James is. He's going to bring it up, and if you can see it, it's this like, primitive thing where you push the the
Yeah, it
buttons
was like that.
stick
Like,
in,
yeah, if you're at a
and other
diner
buttons
playing a
pop
song,
out.
right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
wondering.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
So I don't know, and it's huge too. So it's very funny. Okay, now so
I like the fact that you're adding effects to our show.
maybe it. Well, that was just I thought a good picture. All right. By the way, I think where did I get the picture from? I have to credit it. I think to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You get
Okay.
everything on Wikipedia.
I know so much. Oh my gosh.
So great.
Okay.
I want to be on
They had this
Wikipedia.
guy working for them, the Amex Warner thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Named John Lack. All right.
John Lack, not a good name, but
Now,
this
he
guy doesn't get anything done.
he was originally a company salesman.
Okay.
All right. But he was also a devotee of pop music. And, he kept pressing his boss to let him, do a show on pop music.
Can
So
I guess?
The boss, no.
Oh, God.
But all right, go ahead. Guess.
I was going to guess MTV, but I'm guessing VH1.
Okay. All right. So you're locked in at VH1. Okay. So the company, all right, they decided, okay, we'll give you this little half-hour show on Nickelodeon called Pop Clips. Okay. Now, Pop Clips, what they would do in there, and they had Mike Nesmith from the Monkees
Okay.
to host it, is what they would do in there is they would, play the music and also show video clips of the band playing the music.
Yeah.
you know.
Was that the first music video?
So yes, indeed. And well, you could argue that, those variety shows were maybe the first
American
music
Bandstand?
video. Yeah, something like it depends on what your perspective is. But this is definitely the most directly traceable to music video, okay? So Lack liked this show, having this show, but he had a greater vision. He wanted a 24-hour channel that would be single focus programming just for music. And he kept pestering his boss, Bob Pittman, about it. And he kept telling him the idea until Bob finally accepted the idea and created the Music Channel. The Music Channel. Okay? After brainstorming for a catchier name, they decided to change the name to Music Television.
MTV?
Or MTV.
Ah! I guessed wrong. I was going VH1.
That came later. VH1 came after. MTV was the forerunner. Okay.
It was. And I remember when MTV used to play music videos.
I know, right?
Once upon a time.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
That was
but
all
I,
TV
I look
shows.
fondly back on like I should have been born about
Kurt
20
Loder.
years earlier.
Yeah, they were really. That was fun.
They were all
baked.
baked. They were all hammered. They were all
beyond doubt.
Kurt Loder was so high. And
Yeah,
then
he
there was
would be
who was the African American guy that did the dance show? Oh man, Donnie Simpson.
Mr. T?
No, Donnie Simpson. He was high out of his mind.
yeah?
But I don't know if he was really that high or just because he had like blue eyes or whatever. But
made him look high.
he looked really baked like every show.
Okay.
Go ahead. MTV. It is.
All right. So, okay. So they to recoup some of the losses from Cube. MTV was starting to do well in the 80s, but and make nice money. So, Time or Warner Amex sold MTV off to Viacom in 1985 for $550 million.
Wow.
Okay. Viacom also got Nickelodeon from them. Not sure on the deets on that one.
Wow. That's right up there with Manhattan. Don't you think that
But
deal right there?
That deal was great. Oh yeah, like trading first for that.
Oh my goodness, yes, that's like a Manhattan type deal.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's a good deal. Now, okay, so that was 1985. So Viacom is doing really well with syndication, and now they own a cable channel. All right. In 1987, though, they were surprised by a hostile takeover bid coming from an obscure company called National Amusements, Inc., which was run by none other than Sumner Redstone, the man who invented the phrase "content is king."
Really, I heard that name before. No,
Now,
go ahead.
No, he wasn't. He had been in the business for a while. At this point, he was 64 years old.
Oh wow.
But
So there's still hope for me. I have 12 years to get
let's
my
not get carried away.
I still have hope.
So,
Hope in a basket.
So National Amusements, okay, headed by Sumner Redstone, came and launched this hostile takeover bid and won.
Can I talk to you a second
Yeah.
about that hostile take? How does that happen? Like it's our company, and then they go, "No, it's not your company."
Okay.
Can you allude to that a
Yeah.
little bit?
Okay, when you talk about taking over a company, like with a merger,
A
that's
merger, darling.
that's where the management of the target company, the one being taken over, agrees to the takeover.
Yep.
All right. In a hostile takeover, the management doesn't agree, or they wouldn't agree, so you go behind their backs right away.
But why?
Because you're going to fire them all.
Okay.
That's why they wouldn't agree.
Well, I know, but how do you even have right to do that? Like, how do you even facilitate that? You just buy up a lot of stock.
You just buy up enough stock to where you're confident that you could go to the board and get the board to vote in favor of your deal.
So okay, so you're just gonna say now how much of that? What percentage is a going rate at that point? Like 3%, 5%?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
How much stock do you have to buy? What percentage?
That totally depends on how much you think you can, how much you want to acquire, and how much you think you can control the board without having that much stock.
Now, can the company say we're not letting anybody buy more than 3%?
No. Nope.
No, because it's a public company.
You have to announce once you acquire 5% of a company.
Okay.
But that's it. You can go in and keep buying stock, but just so they know you're coming.
Okay.
You know, there they put you on the map. So,
Well, thanks for clarifying that. I never understood that.
but Redstone had a lot of stock, and he had been acquiring stock in Viacom since it went public back in 1971.
Good.
Okay?
Next chapter. Tell me what happens
All right.
next.
So,
Do we have to take a break, by the way, before we go into this?
all right, yeah, we'll do that. Let's take a break. Good idea. Take a break for promos.
I didn't know when to jump in because of the one company.
Hey, this is Matt Geica, the host of your alternative sports talk program on the River's Edge. It's called Geick's Got Game, and it's every Friday at 7 a.m. I'll give you a peek behind the sports media curtain, zoom out for the big picture, and always obsess over the details of the games, teams, and players we love or love to hate. That's Geick's Got Game every Friday at 7 on the River's Edge.